sequence of videos that we're doing for people that are brand new to triathlon. So in the first video, we talked about exactly what kit you would need in order to take part in your first triathlon. And today we're going to give you some swim tips as well as some drills that we think you might want to incorporate in your swim training. So whether your first triathlon is in a pool or in a lake or a river or the sea, keep watching and we will give you all the stuff that you need to know to make it a success. So understandably, when it comes to your first triathlon and getting in the water, you might be feeling a little bit nervous. So one of our first drills that we're going to show you that you can practice when you're doing your swim training is called bubble, bubble, breathe. And what that's going to do is really get your breathing under control. So if you're feeling nervous and you're over breathing, panicking a little bit, this is a great one just to calm you down and get you into a nice, smooth breathing pattern. So Katie is doing it now, and I'm just going to show you. So you're literally going to say, bubble, breathe. That's it. So she's going to literally, under the water, she's going to say bubble, bubble, breathe. So. Okay, the next thing that we would recommend is that if you are feeling a little bit nervous, when you get in the water, just pick one thing to focus on and just think about that one thing for each length. So you might choose to think about your breathing, your head position, kicking your legs, a high elbow. There's lots of things that you can focus on, but sometimes having that distraction can take away some nerves. So the next drill that we're going to talk about is sighting, which is specifically for open water swimming. You won't need to do any sighting if you're going to do a pool-based swim. However, you can practice it in the swimming pool. So I'm just going to pop this little duck down at this end of the pool, and then as Katie swims down the pool towards us, every few strokes she's going to pop her head up and check that she's still heading in a straight line towards the duck. Okay, the duck's in situ, Katie. Swim towards it and just keep checking that you can see it.
Look to the left, look to the right. Nothing can stop me in the night, like I'm leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I move on. I got it, I got it.
So with a pool-based swim, you will always be expected to count your own lengths, which sometimes if you've got like 16 lengths to do, that can be tricky. You can easily get distracted and then not really remember how many lengths you've got left. What people do find is that at a lot of pool-based triathlons, you will have a marshal sat at the end of your lane, and when you've got 2 lengths remaining, they will hold a float, a kickboard, into the pool where you can see it, and then you know that you've just got 2 lengths left.
Nothing can stop me in the night. Look to the left, look to the right. Nothing can stop me in the night, like I'm leaving all the bad stuff.
So sometimes in a pool-based swim, they do a thing called a snake, which instead of you just swimming in one lane, you swim the width of the pool by going up and down each lane and then under the lane rope. So we're just going to demonstrate what that looks like now with our swimmers, so that you don't get a nasty shock if this turns out to be what it is at your very first triathlon.
From my emotions, I go, running to better times, 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 to better times.
Okay, the next one might seem like a little bit of a silly thing to be worrying about, but often if it's a pool-based swim, you are going to have to climb out of the water at the end of the swim. Now, ordinarily this will be at the shallow end of the pool, so you can use the bottom of the pool to propel yourself and push yourself out of the water. But sometimes it's at the deep end, so this is definitely a thing that's worth practicing in your local swimming pool, just to check that you can get out okay. Okay, so Katie is going to show you the best tactic for doing that. Okay, Katie? So using the momentum of your stroke, when you get to the side, you're just going to put both arms on the side, back in, and then push yourself up out of the water. You can obviously use your forearms and your elbows to push up as well, and sometimes you can get a foot into the drain on the underside, on the side of the pool as well, and that might help too. Right. Again.
And then it's a swing. Or some people, if you just get to there,
yeah,
you can
and then
work
pull
from
yourself.
there.
Exactly. But definitely one worth practicing at the pool. Okay, we hope you've enjoyed that short video, and the things that we want you to take away from it are that you want to be doing things to practice getting your breathing under control. So the bubble bubble breathe drill, or just picking one thing about your stroke to focus on to distract yourself from any nerves. You want to practice climbing in and out of the pool, practicing sighting, so putting something on the side of the pool, even though it's not something you need for pool swimming, you can practice that skill for your open water swimming in a pool environment, and counting your lengths for a pool-based triathlon, but also knowing that they're hopefully going to stick a float in and let you know when you just have 2 lengths to go. I think that's it for now. Good luck with your first triathlon. The next video we're going to move on to some tips for the cycle. Okay, see you next time. Thanks, bye.
You better tie